Jake here for American Muscle, and in this video, I'm taking a look at these adjustable rear upper camber arms fitting 2006 to 2003 Chargers. Whether you've lowered your Charger already, if you're planning to do so in the future, or if you just want to improve your car's handling prowess, these adjustable camber arms are going to be right up your alley. They're going to allow for better adjustment so you can dial in your car's handling exactly the way you like it, and they're going to do it for a super affordable price. Getting your car's alignment right is crucial to handling, especially with a heavier vehicle like the Charger. Camber is especially important for this, as it can affect not only tire wear, but also how your car behaves in a corner or in a straight line. Now, if you're not familiar, camber is measured in degrees, and it refers to the angle of the wheels when you're looking dead on at them from either the front or rear of the car. Most cars in the factory are going to come pretty much with 0 degrees of camber like you see here. Negative camber means the wheels and tires will be angled in at the top in toward the center of the car, with positive camber meaning the opposite. The tops of the wheels and tires are pointing out away from the center of the car. Now, a bit of positive camber is good if you're weighing your car down often, but negative camber is better for handling, as when the car leans into a turn and the suspension loads up, more of your tire is going to come into contact with the road. But as with anything, you want this in moderation. Otherwise, you're going to burn through tires. It's going to compromise your ride and handling too. You want to find the right balance. That's where these come in. Now, especially if you've lowered your car, you're likely going to get too much negative camber and need to correct it. And the stock links just aren't going to cut it. Thankfully, these will. Now, as opposed to a set of fixed links like what you find on the car from the factory, these are adjustable, and they allow for up to 3 degrees of adjustment in either direction. So you have plenty of leeway to get things set up exactly the way you want them. Dial in a little bit more for an autocross or a track day, dial it back towards 0 for hitting the drag strip or your daily commute. Now, you also get a set of bushings in here, both top and bottom, which are going to be more solid than your factory bushings, so they'll allow for less play and less movement overall in the suspension, which also leads to improved handling. These are constructed from heavy-duty steel alloy, and I think solid is the best way to describe them. Now, over top of that steel, you get a 3-stage powder coat for lots of protection against corrosion and rust. And since they're finished in red, they look cool too. Kind of a shame that it's difficult to see these once they're mounted on the car. And on both ends, you get new bushings, of course, to help mitigate any type of play. Now, I keep coming back to the word solid, but the build quality is really good here, especially considering the price. Coming in around $275, it's really not a lot of coin for something that can make a pretty significant difference in how your car drives. And these are quite a bit more affordable than most of the other options out there on the market, even some of the fixed ones. So if you want that adjustability, this is about the least expensive way to get it, and for that reason alone, I think that they're worth the price of entry. Installation is going to get a 2 out of 3 on our difficulty meter and should take you about 2 hours to complete. Now, the process is pretty simple. It's really just undoing 2 bolts, putting these in place of your stock factory arms. But you are going to have to get up in there to access the bolts. It's very important to remember that once you've got this done and on the ground, go get an alignment done. Even if you're able to eyeball these arms into about the same place as you think they should be, an alignment is crucial to making the most of this modification. But enough of me preaching about it, let's head on out to the shop and we'll walk you through the process.
The tools you'll need for this project are an impact gun or a 1/2-inch drive ratchet, an 18mm socket, 2 18mm wrenches, a 24 and a 27mm wrench, or a large adjustable wrench, and a large pry bar. Hi everyone, today we're installing a set of rear upper control arms on our Charger, so let's get started with the uninstall first. All right, first thing we're going to do is remove this outer bolt and nut from our control arm, and then we'll deal with the inside one. So you're going to need an 18mm socket and an 18mm open end wrench to get this bolt out from the front. So we'll put our open end wrench on the nut side and our socket on the bolt side. And we'll go ahead and slide our bolt out. Now we can get to the inside one. Now, gaining access to this inner bolt here is a little tough, especially with the camera, but you are going to need 2 18mm wrenches, one for the nut and one for the bolt. And if you've got a ratcheting wrench, that makes it even a little bit easier. So we'll go ahead and put our 18mm on the nut side here, and then the other one on the bolt side to hold it still, and then go ahead and start working the nut to get it loose. All right, now we'll go ahead and take our nut off. Push our bolt through. Now the clearances are a little tight in here to get this bolt out, so you may have to work it a little bit and pull it straight out from behind the spring. And then you can go ahead and slide your arm out. Now before we can actually install our new arm, we need to be aware that these are primarily designed for lowered vehicles, which changes the geometry and your camber on the front and the rear wheels. So this is primarily designed for lower vehicles to extend the camber to make it ride correctly. So as you can see, my R2 arms here, they are at this point a different length. So what we're going to do for our case, since our vehicle is not lowered, we're just going to show you the process of installing it. We're going to go ahead and adjust this to the same length as our stock arm. Now when you do yours, of course, yours will be different if you have a lowered vehicle. So you'll want to make sure that you've got your vehicle scheduled for an alignment as soon as you get this installed. You don't want to drive it without an alignment being done on it. So let's go ahead and get this adjusted so that they match. Now to do that, we've got some adjustable nuts on the end here. Now it's a double adjustable arm to give you the extra length that you will need without causing any serious safety issues. So you don't want to extend either one of these any more than 20 millimeters or about 3/4 of an inch. So to do this, we're just going to go ahead and turn this counterclockwise to open this up. And as you can see, we've got a gap now between the two nuts. So we want to make sure that these are the same length. So to do that, what we're going to do is use the original bolts and slide them through the arm together like this. That way we can line up the holes on the other end. Now if you get to a point where, like in our case here, we're getting close to that 3/4 of an inch on the first nut, so we want to stop there. Then what you're going to need is either a 27 millimeter wrench or an adjustable wrench to go ahead and open this bottom one up, and that one's going to go in the opposite direction. Then what you can do is test fit your bolt, and once you've got them to the same length and the bolts will fit through both holes, now you know you're where you need to be. So once we got it adjusted to the correct length, go ahead and tighten down the inside nut closest to the arm. And again, using your 27 millimeter wrench or your adjustable wrench, go ahead and tighten that down. Now we'll do the same thing with the outer one. Screw that back down to the center nut, and you can tighten that one down with a 24 millimeter wrench, or again, reuse your adjustable wrench. Now that we've got our arm length properly set, we can go ahead and get this installed on the vehicle. All right, now to install this new arm, we're going to start from the inside first. So we're going to use the same bolt that we used to take out the old one and put this one back in. All right, now as we stated earlier, it's a little tough to get the camera in here, but you know where it's at because you took it out earlier. So we'll go ahead and get this into place. Slide our bolt through. And then for now, we'll loosely attach the nut. All right, now we can tackle the front one. All right, now to install the front of this control arm, what we're gonna do is to slide our nut into the arm itself. As you can see, it doesn't quite line up with the hole. That's because when we took the original one out, things shifted. So what you're gonna need now is either a pry bar, or if you're doing this on the ground with jack stands, you can use your floor jack. And what we're gonna do is just lift up on the outer edge. Lift up on the outer edge of the control arm to get it lined up so that we can slide our bolt through. So once you've got that up, slide your bolt in, And now we can go ahead and slide our nut on. All right, now we'll go ahead and tighten up the inside one using our two 18mm wrenches. And as you can see, I found an 18mm ratcheting wrench to make life a little bit easier. Now we'll tighten up our outside bolt using our open-end 18mm wrench and our 18mm socket. And now you can repeat that process for the other side. And that wraps up our review and install of the adjustable rear upper camber arms for the 06 to 23 Charger. Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things Charger, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.